Hi, welcome back to this YouTube channel and my eBay sellers account, GB Hatchery. Today, as you can see on the table, we have a Broksonic 9-inch color TV VCR combination. And if you want to reminisce about VHS tapes and be able to use one that has a nice video in, RCA in, I think this is probably the best you can get, because only the ones that work well are still available to be used today. All the ones that were junk, they stopped working within a few years of being made. This one's 1999, which makes it about 21 years old. But you will find these kicking and kicking and kicking on again. And these are excellent. Unfortunately, I just hit the camera. Unfortunately, I do not have the remote. So the controls are right here on the front. I'm going to include StarGate with it. This is a Kurt Russell movie. And as you can see, it ejects just perfectly. Perfect eject. And you can see the tape is in good condition. This is something, if you ever bought a bad VCR, you know what they can do to the tapes. But this is all electronic. As you can see, decently loud. And just a good size. If you're going camping, you want to bring some VHS, you know. When you go camping, sometimes it helps you to appreciate our modern conveniences, you know, the 4K, all the nicer stuff we have. But if you go back and just take one of these with you and go camping and watch some VHS tapes, it can actually be a whole lot of fun, and it can help you reminisce and realize how good the times were back when, too. So it doesn't look like this is a stereo setup. It does have the one speaker on the right side. On the left, I don't see a speaker, so as you probably well know, I'm going to turn this down a bit. As you probably well know, they stopped broadcasting analog. So this used to have an antenna, but all the antennas got ripped off because the analog signal is gone forever. So now you will need a digital to analog converter. You can buy those on eBay as well. They're available. They're like, I don't know, between 20 and 40 bucks. And it'll take the digital signal that they're broadcasting these days and make it into an analog signal that this will be able to understand and display. So if you have one of the older game systems, say a GameCube would be a fine example. It was like the tip top of the older style video game systems that would run on an RCA jack. It was probably the best, and a lot of people are buying GameCubes and they're getting these little TVs, and they're still able to watch their old VHS, and they're able to reminisce about the old times. Older people are getting them. You know, a lot of us are getting into our 40s and 50s, and you know, this is what we grew up with. So it's really nice to have a single example that doesn't take too much space, that you can always just get out of the closet or keep in the corner, and when the time comes you want a VHS player and a tube TV or anything in between, there it is. So I'm a little bit excited about it because actually I got a reminiscent feeling from it, actually, a little bit. When I turned it on, I was sitting on the couch, and I don't know, it's like it almost sounds different. You can tell by the look of it, and it really brings back that feeling of when everything was okay 20 years ago. I think everything's okay today as well. We just don't know it yet. We have to wait 20 years to be sure about it. But this is StarGate. This movie, like I said, I'm going to include this with the TV. This is 1995. It's an hour and 19 minutes. And it's one of those movies we've all seen pretty much. Not necessarily the best movie ever, but you know, it's up there. It's pretty good. So as you can see, it's an actual every bit of 9 inches, not a lie. This is about 10 inches wide. It's about a foot tall. And I'm getting about a foot deep, maybe a little bit extra on the depth. maybe about 13 inches. So we have rewind works really well. There's a single speed of rewind here. If you press it again, you get a double speed, which is super convenient. So the rewind seems to work pretty good. The fast forward, same way. Press fast forward, you get double. Oh, you get fast, and then a double speed if you press it again. Back to single speed, then back to double speed, then back to play. So there's a video in right here for RCA jacks. Looks like there's a record. Is this a recorder? I guess they all did record. Here's for headphones. Channel up, channel down. So I think I would have to stop for that and then go channel 4, line 1. So that would be like for RCA. Volume up, volume down. As you can see, the antenna used to go there. July 1999. Party like it's 1999. And 50 watts. This would actually make a really good addition to a party. If you have, you know, I'm not a drinker or anything, but say you're having some wine, something like that, old friends from out of town, and then you whip out the 9-inch VHS, you know, that can help you remember some old times. 50 watt. And it kind of, you know, it says good things about it, like those times were okay. Video out and video in. So it actually has an RCA out and RCA in, and this old VHS, this old UHF VHF, that's actually, I don't believe that's going to work, because that would normally be antenna. Now there may be some things that could use that and would emit a signal that could go along that coaxial wire, but I don't think an antenna. That was for the old cable television that came through the wall, but they're not doing that analog anymore. So if you have a source that goes onto a coaxial wire and you're producing the signal, it'll work, but they just don't broadcast that anymore. And here's a 12 volt DC. If you can find the right jack and you know the right one, it will take that. The jack is there, but I don't have the 12 volt DC wall wart or anything like that. So these are actually pretty efficient. I had no idea. 50 watts. And you can take this and coil it around for the cord for the wall, for the AC. That will go ahead and wrap around that if you want to do that too. So these are becoming rare, actually. They're in short supply now. They used to just sit at the curb. You could just drive down the street and there was one after another, but it's not like that anymore. And I think the value is going to go up to, say, more like $400 a piece, probably within 30 or 40 years. But right now they're hovering right where they're at. As you can see, I'm going to list this on eBay. I will put a link in the description so you can buy it. Or if you just want to watch this video and reminisce about the old TVs, if you haven't seen one in a while, you can use this video for that purpose. But I'll leave a general link to my store as well in case you want to buy anything else from me. I have a whole bunch of listings on eBay. I sell on eBay. A lot of this stuff is pre-owned but in good condition, and some of it is not made anymore and hard to find. Much like this Broksonic 9-inch color TV VCR combination. I hope you liked the video. I hope you like the product. If you're looking to buy it, please buy now. If you like this type of video, you can always like and subscribe. Check back anytime. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one.